Hi, guys. Welcome back to another edition of What's Poppin' the podcast. I'm Deja Perez from 93.9 WKYS, and I am joined by my very good girlfriend, Ty. So tell everyone who you are and what you do.
Oh, so you just going to let me tell it. Well, it's Ty Cobb, Miss LARGE of the DMV. I am a TV reality producer, an author, pro MUA, and you know what?
That's makeup artist for those of you who don't know.
Makeup artist, and just, all over, God, girl. So.
All right, so let's start in the beginning. How did you get into doing makeup, loving makeup? How did that all start?
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so listen. So when I was a little girl, I always used to draw a lot. And then, you know what? I started to, do makeup on myself, and I got my first wedding at 14 years old. Which was my stepfather's sister. It was 10 girls, and I did the bride, and that's exactly how I started into makeup. Crazy, right? Yeah.
That's
Would you trust me at 14?
Hell no. No shade, though. I mean, no shade, but 14, no.
Yes.
That's impressive.
Maybe she want to pay a full large, so she got me to do it.
You might be on to something.
Yeah.
But either way, you parlayed that into a whole thing. So, but you also make your own makeup? Did you at some point make your own makeup?
You know what? It's crazy. Yes. I have a cosmetics line called Snob Envy. And
how did that get started?
Well, you know what? Everything I do, I always, believe that God always gives me these ideas. And I just didn't want it to be makeup. So, I started out with a lipstick line. But the name, Snob, when you hear Snob, it's not a good thing. So I use it as an acronym. Sassy, Noble, Original, Bold. And the envy is, who wouldn't envy a woman like that? So, it's, it's all about empowerment. And then, And then, God said it was too big for lipstick. So it turned it into my Snob movement for young girls.
Wow.
Yes. Ages 15 to 25, actually, because sometimes even though you grow up, sometimes we need a little guidance too. So my program was in Job Corps, and it helped a lot of girls. And so I kind of, not say I put the lipstick on the back burner, but I just really like to empower young girls, and the lipstick name was just too big for just lipstick.
So how did the that whole organization come about? Not how did it come about, but what is part of your empowerment thing for these girls? What do they go through?
Well, when I was at Job Corps, sometimes you come in and Deja, you can dress, you're beautiful. And sometimes young girls will think, what are you doing here? You don't have anything that you're going through, and sometimes they don't gravitate to you right away. And my cousin said, I want you to come and bring your program to Job Corps, they're amazing girls, and then there's some girls that really need help. And I came in, Deja, and I started them off teaching makeup just to grab them, because coming in and being like, we're going to teach you how to empower you and be snob women for when you go out. And, it's all about healing yourself from within. Hello. That's what my program is all about, and you don't have to be this, this stereotype of a black woman that's like this, but you can go out in the world and really empower somebody else and say, you know what, I'm going to heal whatever's going on with me. I need to be healed. And I came in, we started off with makeup and foundation.
How long is the program?
The program, how long is it?
So it started through Job Corps. Is it something that's 6 months? Is it a year?
Well,
or is it forever?
With Job Corps, I was there for 2 years and it was 4 months.
Okay.
And I went in and we started with makeup, and I said, I'm coming in here to teach you all makeup. And they was like, okay, I'm part of the SNOB program. And I said, what is primer. Primer is just like, a painter comes in your house. He primes the wall, and primer, you're filling in all the holes and cracks in the wall.
Okay.
And then the foundation, when you put on foundation, just like makeup, it goes on smooth. So they were like, oh, I'm so excited. So I said, well, you know what? In this program, you have homework. Miss Cobb, what do you mean homework? I said, what is the foundation you're building for your life? And after that, Deja, it was no more about makeup. It was about really setting them up for success outside of there.
That is so dope.
Yeah. And, it started with the program, and I started to bring in some friends of mine that, talking about rape and all kinds of things. And the girls started to trust me, because sometimes you and I had to, tell them, I go through things too. And, I brought my friend in, and she was raped, and we all told our stories. And I didn't know that 10 of my girls were raped. But by them hearing stories, they raised their hand, and it was just a healing moment. So that's my program. And I'm looking for other places to, bring it in. But yeah, Yep, that was birthed out of my name, Snob Envy, from my lipstick.
Wow. Well, we'll talk more about that later off camera. Okay. All right. So let's talk about how this whole makeup artist of DC came about.
Real makeup artist of DC.
Real makeup artist of DC, yes.
What's crazy, the logo that you see with the real makeup artist and then the capital, that was actually a separate makeup class that I was going to do, Deja.
Oh.
Okay, Real Makeup Artist of DC was a separate makeup class that I was going to do with different makeup artists every 3 months. And you know what? That was 8 years ago.
Wow.
And my reality show actually was sitting just like that logo, but it was something else. It was about me. And fast forward 8 years later, God said it's time. Said if the networks won't come to you, you bring the networks to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know what? I'm about to rewrite it. And that's how it started. I figured out who I wanted on it. And boom, God just blessed it.
Wow. So how can people catch episodes?
Well, you could catch episodes on Ty Cobb TV on YouTube.
Yes.
Season 1 was a huge blast. And now I'm filming season 2. And it's,
Drama filled?
Yeah, it's worse than season 1.
Now, are you thinking about expanding that franchise and like eventually, like, you know, makeup artists of? I mean, you could literally go everywhere with that.
Yes, and I get people inboxing me with DMs and they're saying thank you because there's no show for makeup artists, and thank you for putting, you know, the DMV on blast. You know, a lot of times, Deja, we don't like to support each other. You know, so it'll be people from outside of the DMV, you know, saying that, which sometimes, you know, it's fine. I don't care, you know, because everything I'm doing is not just for me. It's, you know, I'm a makeup artist, and sometimes makeup artists don't want to share their platforms. Why is that?
Why do you think that is? Do you think that they feel like, I don't want you to take my business, or is it that? I mean,
I think
at the end of the day, makeup artists, like, you know, it's an art. You're an artist,
right?
But it's a lot client based. So unless you know, have multiple streams of income, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't want nobody knowing you a makeup artist. That's how they think, you know. And I was like, I'm not really like that. Maybe because I'm, you know, moving into other avenues, you know, a production and things like that. I've never been like that. I just think women, we should be able to come together.
Absolutely.
But, you know, it's sad. You know, hopefully that'll happen. But, you know, but what's crazy, I'll walk in the mall or outside and they'll be like, you're Ty Cobb, I watch your show, you know, and want to take pictures. So
isn't that random?
No, it's so random. And I'll be like, oh my God, wait, you know, and we'll take pictures. And I
find that always happens when I'm in Walmart looking my absolute worst.
Looking crazy.
Yeah, because I normally look my worst. Like, only because I knew there was going to be a camera involved today that I was like, I guess I should dress up. But any other time, you know,
gorgeous, so
bless your heart.
Can't be
any other
bad.
time, no, it's like a bandana, it's a T-shirt, it's yoga pants.
Yeah.
I have not an F to give. Yeah, it's real.
Okay.
And that's usually when you sound so familiar, and I'm like, really? I get that all the time.
They want a picture and all that, you know. But yeah, so it's you know, it's crazy because a lot of times people think reality is fake. Well,
it's not. Yeah. So is it scripted though?
Deja, I'm gonna tell you this. I had to, now with any show, you have to be able to put together a story.
Correct.
Right? So of course I know your story, but season 1 took a whole
turn left.
No, it really did. So I usually have to actually write going along with the show, because if I know that y'all are clashing, let's be real. Any producer is going to be like, you know what? I'm going to have to put them together and see what happens. So the story always changes for me when I'm writing, because it gets real and people have real beefs and can't get along. So
now, excuse me, when you were selecting your people, did you intentionally say, I know low-key she don't like her, or he don't like him, or whatever, you know what I mean? Were you trying to like be messy when you were selecting the cast so you'd have a little drama?
Now the first season, I actually knew everyone except Stefan.
Okay.
And in season 1, you know, I was friends with my friend Enrique, and we're no longer friends after that. But I knew Stefan would be good for the show.
Okay.
Now, you know, and the first episode, I told Stefan, like, I really didn't like you. Now, mind you, this is somebody's feelings, but I was being honest, because I really didn't like him based on because my friend, you know, and sometimes you shouldn't do that.
Right.
Because I'm going to rock.
You're passing judgment.
Right, based on, and do you know that Stefan and I are really good friends now, and I lost a friend based on, you know,
making assumptions on that one.
Exactly. You know, yeah. So when I say all reality, you definitely have to put certain things together to see how, you know, how things go. But you never know if somebody is really not going to like each other. And we became friends, and I lost a friend. And then there was the one time that I said, listen, this is what I need for this scene. And guess what? I showed up and got approached, and that wasn't written in there. So it was like, wait a minute, what is going on? So I could be honest, season 2, I kind of knew that, I was like, okay, everybody's waiting for season 2. So, there's someone that I did put in the season, because you want to take it a little higher. And I don't want a show that people are fighting and all of that.
Right.
But everybody loves a little drama. So there is someone I knew that didn't
Would
get
bring
along.
the drama?
Exactly.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So what else is on the horizon for Ty Cobb?
Oh my goodness. Well, I just I'm a new author. So I did.
Let's talk about this book.
I bought you a copy of my book, Beat University.
How effing cute.
Okay. All right. Look at me on the cover.
Look at you.
So
you better work with your little makeup belt. Okay. Tell me about this.
It's a fictional account of a beauty school. So it's kind of like my Howard University. Beat University is Howard University. The makeup college everybody wants to go to, just like HU, right?
Okay.
So Mahogany, and you got to read the book to see if Mahogany is me. She is the leader of the Lipsticks, which is the sorority, right?
Oh, cute.
Right?
This is really cute. I want to read now.
So a new dean comes in and takes over Beat University, but it is a celebrity makeup artist that is still relevant in the industry. Woo! Now, you would say, how in the world somebody's going to be a teacher, but you would think she's going to come in and really try to build up.
Nope.
But she's envious because she knows Mahogany from Instagram and tries to sabotage her. But you got your good Judy in there. Sebastian that ain't having it. So it's a really good book.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yes. So I bought you one. I wanted you to have it. Read it, because I know you're honest.
Get it.
I know you're honest.
You know I
like,
am.
Ty, I don't like this daggone mess.
We go way back, and she knows that I'm gonna be 100%. Yes, she knows that. But how can people get their hands on this?
So you can get it from thebeatuniversity.com.
Freaking love that.
Amazon and Kindle. So, you want to pay it small, go ahead and get it
now,
from Kindle.
how did you manage to, like, a lot of people, and I'm not saying this in a shade way,
but
a lot of people write books, but they don't have physical copies. They're like ebooks, right?
Right.
So how was the process of you actually getting it printed and published? Did you do all this by yourself?
Well, you know what? I went through a publishing company because everybody was like, how can you do this and that? It took me, I had the idea for 2 years.
Okay.
And I talked to Harley. I said, Harley, I have this idea. I actually sketched out the front.
You're a freaking rock star.
I still have the picture that I sketched
like
out.
A rough draft.
Yeah, because I sketch out all of my my stuff.
That is really dope.
And I told him, I said, I'm gonna write this book, and it took me like a year, and then I went through a publisher to get it published
edited
and all that because edited and everything, and went through Amazon and got it printed.
That is so dope. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. That's for you. Look, and it's chunky. But it's a good read.
Okay.
It's a good read. Well, everybody think, but I'm like, it's a good read. I think it's a good read.
I'll tell you, but I'm sure it is. I've got faith in you with all of your track record. I'm sure it is. So, okay, you're an author, you're a makeup artist, you're a TV producer. What else are you?
Oh my God! Listen, look, I'm a God girl, of course, but
we all should be.
Yes. I give all glory and honor to God.
Mm-hmm.
Because one thing about it is my feet will continue to stay planted on the ground,
as they should.
You know why? Because if he doesn't, he could just pull everything,
and he will as quickly as you got it. He will take it away.
Yes,
baby, yes.
And a lot of times, what blesses me is that even on my second season, there was this girl. She said, I didn't even think you would talk to me, and I was looking at her like she was crazy because I was like, why? And I said, what's crazy is that people base their opinions on how you look. You're beautiful. You're like, oh, well, she probably gonna be stuck up. Oh, Ty likes her dresses. Oh, I buy all my own stuff. I take care of myself, but I'm really cool and I'm nice.
Right.
She said, you're the only makeup artist in the DMV, even the big ones, that you were the only one that actually replied to my DM, and
wow.
I didn't think that you would. And that makes me feel good. And I said, God, I'm humbled. I will never be up here. So if your opinion of me is something else, you're wrong. Because
right.
And so listen, I have the beat down coming. That is next
What's
year.
that? Let's talk about
That
the beat down. Is it a makeup competition?
Listen, that's why, because you need to host it. Yes, it's a makeup competition.
Okay.
Called the beat down.
You just are amazing me. But okay, go ahead.
Call the beat down. It's going to be May 2019, and I wanted to really take a year to really plan it. Okay. You know, get sponsors. If any sponsors want to, help your girl out, because I pay for everything myself, and as you know, being an entrepreneur, it's not always easy. You know what I mean? I've never been the type to ask anybody for any, but mama. But I've never been that. That type, and
it's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah, it is.
So the beat down is coming next year.
I
put out the
absolute every way you have it on camera. I'm helping.
See?
No matter what.
David's gonna help me out. But yeah, I'm excited. So I'm praying. I typed everything up and had a meeting, and they were like, "Oh my God."
Well, send it to me. We'll brainstorm it.
Okay. Great. And then I think that's
enough?
it.
Is that enough? I mean, are you vacating anytime soon? Because you just made me very tired.
No,
you
what?
need a
I've
vacation.
never been on a vacation.
I'm going to need you to have a vacation.
Like, no, not one.
No, I'm going to seriously need you to have a vacation.
No, I mean, I've never.
Even if it's, I believe just last year I started and I take 3 days to myself.
Okay.
And last year I went to DR. This year I'm probably going, I don't know. This year I'm going, well, in fairness, my family, we were supposed to go to, I'm half Puerto Rican, half black, right? So my mom's side is Puerto Rican. We were supposed to go to Puerto Rico last September, but then the damn hurricane happened.
No.
Right. So our make good is in June. But it's my grandmother and I have our birthdays are a week apart. So we're going for our birthdays, right? And then so I'm going to be there for a couple days, and then I'll only have a couple extra days on the back end. So I'm I'm ready to go to the Caribbean. I don't want to go another place,
Why you take me?
But listen, I'm telling you, right? It's very important. I call it my mental decompress, right? So last year when I went to DR, I went by myself and I was happy and blessed and just I woke up when I want. I ate it when I ate it. That's not even a word.
It's okay because
I ate when I wanted. And but yeah, I came and went. I was like, it was fabulous. And because absolutely not. My mother was like, text me, let me know that when you're on the plane, let me know when you get to the hotel, let me know when you've late. I mean, my mother was like, you're going by yourself.
You asked me, you was like, I thought you was in the garage. I was like, I don't know where I'm at. So me going somewhere.
Well, you might be a little special needs. Yeah.
A little slow.
So maybe we'll start with an in-state vacay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. But even still, it's totally doable. But I say that because I struggle sometimes with having too much on my plate, and you have a lot. So it's you have to if you don't take care of yourself, no one else will, and you're giving so much of yourself that at some point you have to replenish that. You know what I mean? And you have to just have a mental check with yourself and make sure that you're good. You know what I mean? So that you can go the distance. This is a marathon, baby. This is not a sprint. Yeah. So you got to make sure that you take care of yourself so that you can go the distance because you have much to offer.
I receive that.
As you should. All right, so tell everyone how they can get more information on the Real Makeup Artist of DC. We'll start with that first.
Just say because it's a whole bunch.
Because it's too much for me to remember. I have ADD.
Large.
Start with that.
Okay, so Real Makeup Artist of DC. Subscribe to Ty Cobb TV on YouTube. But you can also follow me at Real MUAs of DC. Click the link, and it'll go right to the YouTube. You can follow me at Ty Cobb LARGE, because everything's a large on it. And what else? So, okay, that is that. But what about the program? How can people get more information about the program? Oh, you can actually email me at tycobbalarge at Gmail, and then I can send you actually the package for my program if you wanted to get it at your schools, your programs, your churches, whatever.
Second to last would be, how could we get information on the Beat University?
The Beat University. Go to thebeatuniversity.com. Get your book on Amazon or Kindle.
Last but not least, where will you eventually have information for the Beatdown?
The Beatdown, I would say in July, the website will be up. Okay. There is now a promo up that I posted 2 weeks ago. But July, look for the website. And if you're interested in sponsoring or doing anything, volunteering, because we're going to need a team, you can actually email thebeatdmv@gmail.com.
Boom, there it is. I cannot thank you enough for joining me.
Thank you.
You're the best. Thank you. And thank you guys for joining us for another edition of What's Poppin' the Podcast. I'm Deja Perez from 93.9 WKYS.